Alright, so this is today's look. The main point of this look is it's a little fall lip. So I use this, let me see what the shade is. It's called Berry Noir 397. It's from Lancome. And I use the matte chestnut liner. And then I just did a bit of bronzer on the lid. So I actually used the Hoola Toasted Bronzer. And I used that all over the lid. And I did a black liner and some mascara. And that's about it. So hopefully this look is simple, but get you ladies ready for fall. So go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe, and watch the video. Let me know what you think in the comments. Alright, so I'm starting off with my eyebrows already done. If you haven't seen how I do my eyebrows, go ahead and watch the last video. It was an in-depth eyebrow tutorial. So I'm going to go in with my foundation. It's a Too Faced Born This Way foundation in the shade Chai. Just in case some of my girls out there might be my shade match. So you might want to try the shade Chai if you're about my complexion. It's really good. Warm, I would say warm to neutral undertone brown foundation. Okay, so we're just stippling it in, going around my hairline, going around the outer parts of my face. Okay, don't forget to go underneath the chin. Just stippling that in. Okay, now we're blending it out more. Next, I'm going in with my Urban Decay Naked Quickie Concealer. Going underneath the eyes. Don't be shy with the concealer, ladies. You want to have a bright under eye, so you kind of need a palette on there. Okay, now we're going down the bridge of the nose. Okay, next I'm stippling it in with a small foundation brush. It's actually like an angled type of foundation brush. So I do think it is intended for concealer. And it just really helps me get into those small spaces. And we want to blend around the eyebrow and the temple area. Okay, as you notice, I'm blending on top of the eye as well. Okay, we're stippling underneath the eye. You want to get it as smooth as possible because you don't want to set creases once we use our powder. So you really want to get that base smooth when it comes to your concealer. Okay, next I'm going to use the banana powder from Anastasia Beverly Hills. And I'm using a triangle powder puff. Okay, you really want to press it in. And you see I'm putting my face stretched out. It's because I just don't want to set any creases. So you want your face to be basically as wrinkle-free as possible as you're setting your under eyes. Okay, now I'm adding even more powder. So this is more like a baking now. At first we set, now we're baking. Okay, now I'm blending out the nose concealer with the same brush I used to blend out underneath my eyes. Also bringing it up to the forehead, right in the center. Then going over that with my foundation brush. Just pressing that in. Using that same powder puff to set the concealer on the nose and in between the eyebrows. Now, we don't want to bake the nose per se, especially for somebody like me who has dry skin because it'll make your nose look cakey. So that's just like a pro tip. Just set it, don't bake it. Alright, I'm going in with my Sephora face palette. I'm using the blush. It's like a berry tone blush. Perfect for a fall look. So that's why I chose this one. And it looks great on brown to deep skin tones. Okay, next I'm going to go in with my Hoola bronzer by Benefit. Okay, so I'm using this large, fluffy blending brush and going around the perimeter of my face, going underneath my cheekbones, and then I'm using it to contour my nose. Then I also use it as an eyeshadow, so I put it all over the lid. Next, I'm going in with this Buttermelt blush from NYX. It's in a coral shade. And I'm just concentrating it on the apples of the cheeks. Next, I'm going back into my Bolette Beauty palette. I'm taking a black shade and putting that into the waterline. It's the same black eyeshadow that I also use to fill in my brows. So it's an intense black. And I'm just putting it all over the waterline. Okay, next we're going to go in with these two different mascaras. So the first mascara I use is a waterproof mascara. And then the second one I use is a tubing mascara from Milani. So I go in with the first coat of the mascara with the waterproof one. And both of them are really nice and black, so I do like that. And I also do my bottom lashes. I really love bottom lashes, so you notice I really apply it heavily on my bottom lashes just to give that doll baby look. Okay, we're going back in with the second mascara. So this is a tubing mascara. It's from Milani. But really, you can use any tubing mascara. It just will really help to lengthen your natural lashes and give you the look of falsies. Alright, now we're doing the bottom lashes. I'm pressing my forehead in with my foundation brush just to blur out that line of demarcation between my bronzer and my concealer. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and go in with our lip. So for the lip, I'm going to use the Chestnut Liner from MAC and a shade called Berry Noir from Lancome. It's just a beautiful berry shade. And then you want to use like a dark brown liner on the outside of the lips. It's just really perfect for fall. That's why I picked this color. And this is our final look. Thank you for watching.